share with you some insights or some information I was sharing with our coaches last night on our teleconference call. We have a teleconference call every week for the people who we train to be coaches for life success and business success and for the wealth creation, etc. And there was a group of them on the teleconference call last night, and I thought, being the first call for the year, I'd share something about passion. You know that passion is something that controls our result. And a lot of people don't understand really how important passion is, or where it's linked in. Napoleon Hill talks about it in his book. There are 7 negative emotions and 7 positive emotions. Now the truth is that we cannot have a negative emotion and a positive emotion reign in the mind at the same time. We can't focus on two. We can't focus on fear and faith together. We can't have the faith that something's going to work out, yet be fearful it's not. It's either faith or fear. They can't happen together. And he talks about the 7 negative emotions which we must avoid at all costs. Now I call them the 7 destructive emotions. They're not creative, they're destructive. Things like fear and jealousy and envy and greed and hatred and so on. And so you can find those in Napoleon Hill's book, Think and Grow Rich. But they're destructive emotions. Whatever you hold those in any part of your being, you are being destructive to yourself. You know, someone said recently to me that holding revenge towards someone is like taking a deadly poison and expecting the other person to die. And that's exactly what it is. And so all the negative emotions only destroy ourselves. Greed, revenge, jealousy and so on only destroy ourselves. Doesn't affect someone else. So we've got to be very conscious and deliberate about what emotions we hold in our body. And the 7 positive emotions are the ones that we want to have all the time. It's what I call the 7 creative emotions. They're the creation emotions. So things like love and faith. That's the creative emotions. And one of those emotions is sex. You know, how's sex an emotion? Well, many people think sex is an activity. It is, but it's also an emotion. Sex is actually an emotion. Now, when you look up in the dictionary and you find the actual meaning of that emotion, not the meaning of the action, but the meaning of emotion, it's linked with passion. It's actually linked with passion. 2 of the 7 positive emotions are sex and romance. And both those emotions are about courting, about falling in love with, and about drawing something to you. And so that's what we have to do. We have to be passionate. We have to be excited. We have to really live out our passion. We have a dream. We have a goal. We can't afford to hold any of the 7 negative emotions. We've really got to be very diligent about making sure we have love and faith and sex and romance and all the 7 emotions. In fact, let me just grab his book and I'll share it with you exactly what they are. And so I've read this over and over and over again, and he says the 7 emotions are desire, faith, love, sex, enthusiasm, romance and hope. And each one of those is entwined together. Without all of them, then the chances of us reaching our dreams or goals is almost impossible. We have to be enthusiastic. We have to be, and passion is part of that. It's part of the enthusiastic, it's part of romance, it's part of the sex component. It's also part of love, it's part of desire. We have to be passionate. And there's one thing I really encourage people to do is get passionate about what you want. Hills talks about having a white-hot burning desire. And that's really what we've got to do. We've got to have a white-hot burning desire for our goal.